Hey, welcome to the Bluejay Banter post-game show. We are live here at Let It Fly Sports Bar in downtown Omaha where the Jays, somehow, I know what you're thinking, how the hell did we win that game? But we did. We won that game, Austin, 86-83, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Down 7 with like a little over a minute to go. Somehow, some way. And man, Austin Schwartz, what a performance.
Representing right. Just how Austins do, you know, just representing the way he should.
So he's been sitting on that one.
Just representing the way he should, baby. Love it.
I'll let you do it tonight.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Every Austin in the world should be jumping up and down.
Nope,
man.
there's not too many Austins in number one, baby, but I love it. I love it. But no,
I don't
great
know whether
game.
to hit him or just let him.
No.
It's just crazy. Hey, thanks for joining us. Hit that subscribe button. We were at the event tonight at the Hilton, and a bunch of guys, young guys, were down there at like 6 o'clock, obviously drinking, and they were having one drink, and then they're going to get the free beer, right? But they all jumped in and all subscribed, so tip your cap to those guys. Nice job.
Love that.
But anyway, you people watching, why don't you subscribe as well? Tonight, we're going to have Jackson McAndrew on, if he can make it here. I think he should be able to. He's getting around that scooter pretty good. And assistant coach in waiting, Al Huss, join us. We got an all-star staff here tonight. And the person who has the best chat tonight is going to win a autographed Jackson McAndrew Creigton t-shirt. It's a pretty sweet shirt, too, by the way. Courtesy of RTI Threads. So let's check it out, guys. All right. Jays win. I want to thank our sponsors, Care Miners Home Health Care and RTI Threads. Mr. Chapman, go for it.
I'm just mad at defense. You know, there was a lot of like just false
dice,
praise on the defense and how tough it was, but to me it was
Wait. Who said that? Who was giving
a lot of the announcers and just even fans around of like, this is great defense, and it's like, no, it's not.
This game they were saying?
Yes.
This is a team who can't score and scored 83 points.
Yes, and it was all around the charge line. It was in a flex offense, something you run from elementary, so that was tough to watch. But we made shots, you know. Our Austin made shots, to be honest. But you know, that was just a great performance on his behalf, and I honestly think he saved us. You know, Dix was Dix. He was, of course, just going to be steady Eddie, but and then Green being in foul trouble, you know, but he came in huge when he needed to. But if it wasn't for Schwartz, honestly, you know, I think we would have been in a very, very tough place because what St. John's did to him, you know, negated kind of what really our offense shows. So
probably his best shot was that one-handed floater there that, you know, with 15-footer with about. That was huge.
Yep.
And you know, tip your cap to Karam. He came in and
absolutely.
held his own out there.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, Freeman too kind of just showed he's trying, right? He showed he's trying.
Better tonight.
And if you know you want to give him the real credit, I don't think he's honestly practicing as much as we all think he is either. So it's just I think he's in a tough position, you know. And you could say everybody was very excited when he made some big plays out there. Definitely. You know, fans in his face. Fans stood up when he got the whole turnover there. You know, like
that was probably the ugliest and one here.
You know,
and one
got the rebound, turned around, went, oh wait, there's nobody here.
Hey, you know,
it was huge at the time.
What builds his confidence is whatever he needs. We got to give it to him. You know, because we're gonna need him definitely.
Intern Will just sent me something. So this is Cooley. Quote, if it's good on the floor and it's inconclusive, which it wasn't, Ed, okay, what does that mean? I'm not saying that's why we lost the game. Well, you kind of are.
Definitely.
But I do need an explanation from my league office. Like, what explanation do you need? The ball was in his hand. That's why we have replay.
But like the frames weren't clear. So when they went to the close-up,
but the ball was in his hand.
They went to the close-up, though, it's out of his hand. But further away, it's all pixelated, so it looks like it's. But like you could tell, he's rolling it up, right? Like he's rolling it up.
It was still on his fingertips.
But not from under the basket. I watched a ton of
college basketball, and every time
you were at the game, though.
I saw it on the big screen. I could see it.
I was
just saying.
getting pictures sent to me, and it
I'm
was
saying
in
if
his
you're
hand,
on
and
the-
the
on
red
the court.
light was on the backboard,
That's
and
a
it was
bad
still
take.
in his hand.
On the
Sorry.
court.
Yeah, that's a bad take. That it was in his hand. I watch games all the time, and they call that no shot every time when it's touching his hand.
I know.
The only time they didn't was when Iowa State beat Creighton that one time over Des Moines, and
Or when
were you on that team?
Or when
Were you
Sam
on that
Hauser
team?
No,
hit
we
the
won
game
that
winning
year.
three.
That was the year before you got here.
With
That was
with
Doug's
Antoine.
freshman
With
year.
Antoine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
What about
that
when
was
Sam Hauser hit the game-winning three?
Oh, that was awful too.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was
That was-
exactly
that was
like
in his
tonight.
hand. It was in his
Exactly
hand.
like tonight. Plus, that was 0.7. Like he got it.
He settled.
Took a little
he
stint,
went,
settled,
yep,
yeah.
And they still, I don't know.
But anyway, I don't know what Ed's.
I mean, he's just
understand.
he's trying to find a way.
I understand he's upset right
He's trying to find a way. They're what, 1-7?
Ooh, 1-6. Yeah, 1-6 in the Big East.
Yeah. So
they're at the
I
bottom.
mean, you gotta find some.
Talked to my
somehow.
buddy Ron over in Georgetown, and runs the on 3 site, and he pretty much said, "Man, everything's cool over there. There's no the only people are upset are the people they didn't want him to begin with." So, but hey, we're gonna jump right into our player profile, and it's sponsored by RTI Threads. Go to RTI Threads. Don't forget they have Creigton jerseys of your favorite player in many sizes and any apparel you need for any season. So check them out today. Go to rtithreads.com. You'll see everything they have to offer, and they are the exclusive apparel provider of Bluejay Banter, and my goodness, it's the second McAndrew I've seen tonight. Saw Pops.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
We
How are
have
you?
not had Jackson on for obvious reasons for a long time, but now he's maneuvering around so easily on the scooter. It's just incredible.
Right.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Okay, so we're excited to have you on because most of the time guys come in, as you know, having played the game, and really interesting to somebody that's been observing now for a while. So what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
It's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it was a roller coaster of emotions for sure. But I mean, it was great to come out with a win and kind of bounce back in that last part of the second half and end up on top. We really needed that one. But
yeah. That would have been a rough one to
Oh,
lose.
yeah, that would have been bad.
Especially we had that nice comeback at the end of the first half.
Right.
Kind of got us back settled, and then kind of went back and forth. It looked like we were going to take control, and then boom, they hit us.
Right. Yeah.
What we were talking about that because obviously Austin's gone against the flex offense plenty. What was so difficult about that for us tonight to handle with Georgetown, what they were running? Once they got the lead, they really went to it.
Right. I think we struggled a lot with their bigs, especially early, and obviously didn't help having Jason in foul trouble the whole game. And but yeah, they just muck it up, and they're physical. We could have did a better job on the boards, and then just offensively, we just weren't able to get much. They just physically just weren't letting us get to our stuff. We weren't really able to get into a flow and play as fast as we wanted to, and that doesn't help our defense either. But yeah, it was good to see us, break through from that a little bit.
Austin Swartz.
Incredible. Yeah, I mean that was as good of a shot making night as you could probably get from anyone. So it was great to see.
8 of 12 from three.
Yeah.
Have you shot David 12 from 3 in a game before?
I have not. No, that was unbelievable.
We're talking to an elite shooter here.
Yeah. No, it was great to see. So happy for him. I mean, he was just making, especially down the stretch, shot after shot. And it felt like everyone that he put up was going in.
Yeah, unbelievable performance. And, some guys that, we haven't talked much about. Karam came in tonight,
he did
and
great.
we need him tonight with Jason getting in foul trouble early.
Yeah, and his length is big time for us at the 5 spot too, and he was able to come out and make some plays, and it was great.
What were your other thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it showed resilience from us not to quit, especially being down. What was it, 7 with a minute and a half,
yeah.
and half our fans leaving.
Yeah.
Which isn't great, but yeah. But I thought it was good.
Bad basketball, you know.
You're right.
It's hard for somebody to watch.
No, yeah. But no, it was good to see. It was good to see us not quit, not give up, and when it looked bad, and so just proud of the guys for that, for sure.
Yeah. Because, it's really hard coming off that game Saturday when
Right.
obviously we didn't play well. They played great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you come in a quick turnaround. My
Right.
goodness, 48 hours. And there you are playing Georgetown, a team that struggled this year.
Right.
And we knew tonight, I told everybody, you watch. They've struggled all year from three. Tonight they go 7 of 16.
Right.
It
Yep.
just always happens.
Mm-hmm.
And, it had to be, this is just a huge one we'll look back on and go, wow, we got this one tonight. Can you think of a game like
Needed.
last year was like that? I can't really off the
I
top
can't
of my
really think
head.
one off the top of my head either.
Yeah. It was either we won or
Yeah,
we lost.
Yeah. Right. And
It was because we got on that long winning streak there. and
Yeah, we did.
Everything was kind of easy
Everything was
to us
great.
for a while. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
and that was much needed.
Yeah.
Win, so
A comeback win like this, how much does that carry over with the team? Like, especially another, frankly, quick turnaround because you got to
Right,
go to
Friday.
Providence.
yeah, I mean it definitely momentum's a real thing, and it'll definitely carry over for us. We just can't let up. We can't. We got to obviously learn from this game a lot and take what we weren't doing well in the start of the game and fix that, especially on the defensive side, and then offensively get into our stuff better. But no, it's a real thing, and we got to take advantage of it. And I think that'll be big time. For
Well,
us.
tonight it was just handing it to number one and let him go.
And let them shoot the ball. It worked.
Hey,
Worked
so
great.
we haven't talked to you in a while. So how are things going with you?
Good.
How's everything going? How's the doctor's appointments going? How's everything looking good?
Yeah, no, it's going good. Had a scan before the last road trip. Said it was healing good. Got one more week on the scooter.
Oh my
I know,
God,
it's
is
gonna
that
be
going to
great.
be
I can't
unreal?
Wait. Can't wait for that day. But yeah, no, it's going good. Just taking it day by day. In there with Jeremy every day lifting. But
Okay, so one more week on the scooter, so you'll be getting on the floor, middle of February?
yeah, hopefully be back by that St. John's Yukon swing.
Are you going to play?
No, I wish. I wish. But no, unlikely. Very unlikely.
I like it. He's doubtful. He's doubtful.
Doubtful.
What else? How's school going?
School's good. First day
Back
class
in today?
First day.
First day, everything okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
went well.
that's good.
Went
That's
well.
good. So it looks like your students enjoyed the $1 refreshments tonight.
I'm glad they enjoyed that. Yeah, it looked like they did. Glad they got to have that.
Sorry about your Packers blowing another game.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. I
How-
know. Owen's a huge Bears fan too. So he was
Oh
letting me know
yeah,
about it.
I'll bet.
let me know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we had it. We had the game.
Yeah. How was Mac today with the Steelers losing?
He wasn't too bad. I mean, they weren't
It-
great. But obviously,
I love it.
he had better things to focus
love
on.
it.
So
Man, yeah, it's been a rough go here for our
Yeah,
teams.
yeah,
yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. I can't. Speak.
So now out to Providence. How did you feel about playing there last year?
Oh, I mean, I always heard like stories about how crazy it is, but you never really know until you
Yeah.
get there. And it lived up to it for sure. It
Yeah.
was rowdy.
Yeah.
So it's a fun place to play.
I just wonder. I wonder because they've had kind of a down season. I wonder
They
just
have,
how.
but they've also had some good. I mean, they were just right there with UConn.
Well, they were,
They
but
beat St. John's, right? I want to
yeah,
say they beat St.
that
John's.
was their win on the road. But now
Yeah.
tonight they got beat pretty handily by Villanova.
Yeah,
So
right. So it'll be interesting to see, but
yeah.
probably be a pretty good crowd.
yeah, another chance to get another win here. Get on a little roll
Get
again.
on a roll.
Because we got some winnable games.
We do.
I mean, nothing's easy in the Big East, but
No.
we got some winnable
Yeah, we need
games.
to take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
You and I will see each other tomorrow night.
Yep.
Look forward to that.
Yep.
And thanks for coming by. And actually, you are our guest the next home game as well.
Love that.
Sounds good. I'll be back.
All right.
Back
Thanks
soon.
for coming back.
Yes, sir.
That's Jackson McAndrew. Thanks so much. And we're sponsored by RTI Threads. Go to rtithreads.com. They got quarter zips, tees, hats, you name it, they have it. They've outfitted us beautifully. and they'll outfit your business as well. If you're thinking about getting some merchandise for your business, they are happy to do that. They'll design it all for you, design the logos, design the product. And I tell you what, it's turned out great. They did some T-shirts for us. They look great. Our quarter zips are great.
Yep.
So check them all out. That's RTI Threads, rtithreads.com.
Great fabric.
So Austin, where does tonight rank, like, of games you've seen with Creighton guys, like with Schwartz's game?
That's one of the best ones I've seen. Elite shot making.
Yeah.
He was getting to his spots. He wasn't sped up. He's playing at a pace. It's a high level pace. Like that's a pro's pace. Some phase. He's under control and then just looks effortless at times too. But like I think we known that, right? Like if you go look at some of his Miami film, that's why I was telling AJ, it's like shocking. I think it was shocking to everybody that he wasn't playing at the beginning of the year. But he had to, get adjusted to, Mac's system and find a rhythm, and I think he's finally bought in, which we all can see, and it's just kind of like Mitch touched on every time when a guy is doing everything for his teammates, generally the ball, the energy finds that individual, and it's kind of just showing that, he's happy for his teammates too when things aren't going his way as well, but he just stays in the game, and I feel like him and Dix have kind of just been two of those like steady-minded individuals rather than, the up and down that we kind of see with just kind of this new era of things that I think it's just been great. It's refreshing.
Especially when you consider the whole scope of the game, too. Right. I mean, we had to have those 33.
Absolutely.
Every one of them.
Needed it. Yeah. Needed it. But it was high level, honestly.
It's not, and it's kind of like, I go back to Cavell Witter game 42. That was I think a double or triple overtime game against Bradley. We needed every point of that. The same way tonight with Austin. I mean, we needed all of that because Jason was in foul trouble. We weren't getting his normal production from him. Isaac didn't, had only hit one shot, so that was lower than his normal production. So yeah,
I would say Doug-esque, but it just looks different, right? Coming from a guard. I would say if opposing. Do you remember when Colt Ryan, I think, had 42 or set the record there? That was one of the best performances I've seen.
Absolutely.
Played in. It was. That was high. I
saw him so much. I remember going to a game over at Drake and watching him play, and he was a different breed, man. I was surprised he didn't go to the next level. Like seriously,
he was good. He was good.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my word,
that's kind of what that reminded me of, because his footwork, and just off the ball, with the ball, it's kind of Klay Thompson-esque, but
you're right on.
You're hot when you hit those shots at the very end with a minute left in overtime where he kind of was an awkward one.
Well, that one, but that was just kind of just the icing on the cake.
Those are
that
tough to
three
hit.
was the one that really was
full
speed
to tie it.
He was coming full speed down the court.
Three to hit that.
That's
I was
hard when you're coming full speed to pull up like that.
This guy's just kind of hot, and probably whatever he throws up is going to go in. And then he does the up and under off the 1 foot, and you're like, okay, shoot some more then. Yeah, give this guy the ball.
Like
shoot more.
Just give it to him.
Just shoot more. Get out the way.
Yeah.
I do think obviously he was the scoreboard winner, right? Box score, he killed it. Josh Dix deserves a lot of credit too.
Absolutely.
I feel like his mid-range shots that he was hitting, those step backs, were all at good times.
He hit a big three too. It was at a big moment.
And to your point, the level-minded, he was just consistent, solid, played great D. I know Malik's box score is pretty good, but Dix played great D on him.
Yeah, he did, but especially in the clutch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's when it counted, man.
He did.
Dix was, you could tell they wanted Malik to just go, and he could not go.
He couldn't.
Yep.
It was impressive.
Absolutely. And the other thing about we've seen great performances like you mentioned with Doug. Doug did it in a lot of different ways, obviously. His was just from three to go 8 and 12 from three.
Hard contested twos. That would be sometimes, some of them were easy around the bucket, but these were really tough shots, and to shoot it with that efficiency, that's.
Not to make this a Colt Ryan show, but if you haven't seen it, go look at it.
Yeah.
The other thing about Colt Ryan, though, he was a bigger guard. He could
6'4"
get to the hole and do, especially in the valley. We didn't see a lot of guards with
Schwartz
his
hit a couple,
size.
Even finesse layups that I was I didn't know he really had that in his game, but.
I think, again, he was one of those deals throw it up there, it's going in.
He showed it. He showed everything tonight.
Got some chats?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's hear them.
Martin Swanson said that was a roller coaster. Sometimes you got to get lucky, and we did at the end. Swartz earned his play, and Conan gave us hustle minutes for the unsung hero. I mean, completely agree with Karem.
Yeah.
I'm going green regardless. I mean, Annie's under our point total here. Had he not made that layup, dude?
Yeah, but you could say that about a lot of shots.
No. Because he barely played, and his rhythm was all off.
that's fine.
And what he has done for us over this course of the season, he came in and just proved it. Like, we need him to win. We do. We need that guy to win.
Don't disagree with you at all.
Yeah.
And I mean,
He's been your
Graham,
unsung hero
yes,
every game,
but
though.
because he should be.
I know that ball.
Sometimes he's just the sung hero.
No,
you
he's
know?
just
Sometimes
the
he just
hero.
is.
But, like, today he meets the criteria.
I know that ball bounced around, but, man, how many did Georgetown have that bounced around, hung on the rim, rolled off the backboard? I mean, they've had about 4 or 5 like that. So
I think they just played very well, too, today. You know, scored it well.
I
Lewis.
haven't
well.
seen them a
Lewis
ton,
shot
but
it.
the
They
games
shot
I've
well.
seen, this was easily their best game.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously offensively, but I don't know how much that was them and maybe us.
Austin jumped ahead to unsung hero, but it was about Jason Green.
no, he-
Next comment's about Jason Green, so we're going to go with that. Bluejay Babe is back at it. Bummer to see Jason have less minutes tonight, but Conan really impressed me. Nice to see some improvement from 0-2. Swartz, whoa. Everyone who took the court really contributed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then she continued, hard-fought game, loved the energy on the court and on the bench. Looked like they were enjoying themselves. Good job.
Where does Blue Jay Babe sit? Can we we figure this out?
Yeah,
Where are they at the game?
I don't know. Who is
Okay.
Bluejay Babe? It might be Tim commenting right here.
I thought
don't
you
know.
knew who it was.
Maybe.
All right.
Because were you really watching the bench?
Austin, why
I'm
don't you
just-
why
nah,
don't you
I'm-
jump on that? Figure that out
Yeah.
before the
yeah,
next
yeah.
show.
Yep.
Bring it on Friday.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Maybe she'll call in one of the live shows.
There we go. There we go. So we have Max comments. It's a crazy, crazy game. Some days you have to figure out what to do, and some days you have to figure out how. I don't know what that is. Cooley said, we did everything we could to lose the game. I kind of disagree with him on that. Like, I thought they were doing a
don't
lot
know.
of things right for most of the game.
I don't know. I don't think you let Austin Swartz get the ball at that point in
Well,
the game.
yeah.
And at that point, you put 2 on him because he was the only one beating him, to be
Yeah.
honest. You know, and it's like, of course you know the ball is going
They
to
seemed to hard hedge Dix a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they didn't
right.
really
and
do
like
it
at that
with Austin,
point,
yeah.
he wasn't the hot hand. So I would have loved to definitely see that, as opposing, but yeah, it didn't work out for him today. It just didn't go their way, you know?
Yeah, he just said, wait, we got more comments here. So, okay, so we did everything losing. It comes down to a play or two. I thought there was some separation. I thought guys were in their comfort zone. I thought we battled in the paint and the rebound. They did. They were great in the rebound. Whoever had the ball last was going to win. And Mac just said, Owen had a great stretch in the second half. The language with Cohen is still an understanding for him, even when we're on the fly with him. I get that.
Yeah.
I always wondered about that
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
We won by a tenth of a second. So
Somebody's-
true. We got to get better defensively. Jason's having a hard time lifting his shoulder above his head. And that's all
I
That's
saw
what
him
I'm saying.
many times. I saw him go like
That's-
this and like try to stretch it out. And
The left hand lay with that shoulder. That won the game.
Yeah,
I don't think
Conan
anybody's
just
arguing.
said
That won the
Jason
game.
got injured and I had to be ready. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the shot thing because that was not good. It's just unfortunate.
yeah.
And I first of all, how the hell did they get that rebound on that? I thought we had that
What do you mean?
on that shot.
yeah,
The very end?
Yeah, that
No, it
in
was
the
a
regular
pass.
or pass. How did that pass get through there? I
Well,
thought we had it.
because
defended.
2 came because he pumped and then stepped through, and then whoever was guarding that guy stepped up. But then they had 2 guys right there anyways. So had that guy not got it, the guy who was on the right of him on the block would have got it. But he honestly, Dix did a great job taking it away, making it hard. Didn't see the score, the shot clock. Made a late pass.
I thought they were just tougher to the ball for a good chunk of the night. I understand we're a little challenged height-wise, but I just thought they were tougher to some of those rebounds were 50-50 rebounds that, say, the Villanova game we got, and tonight we didn't get.
It looked very similar to the St. John's game when they went on the run. They were just getting the loose ball,
Yeah.
all of them,
Yeah,
and the
that's a
rebounds.
good
I mean,
point.
it felt like I was watching the same game.
Yeah.
I even made a comment when there was like 12 minutes left in the first half when they went up 6 or 7. It's like, this feels a lot like the St. John's game.
Yeah.
But luckily, turned around.
How about worst call of the night?
There's a few.
First of all, this is just let me get this out. This was like a C Big A's career. Usually I know one or two of the guys. I knew none of these guys. So go. What do you think?
I'll let AJ tell this one, but it definitely wasn't a foul.
I forgot even who. No,
it was
who
against
did have the
us.
ball?
Georgetown.
I know, yeah.
I don't remember the exact play, but it was on the opposing sideline.
Was that the one where Matt kind of went ballistic?
No,
he's saying it was on
Georgetown,
and it shouldn't have been
and
called.
it
I think it
shouldn't
was Nick Graves going up for a layup, and there was just no contact.
Oh, no, it was Fedor. It was Fedor.
Fedor, yeah, you're right.
And he kind of tripped over himself when he split the double, and then he hit the bottom of the back.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
And then
they called a foul.
And then
but he didn't really – he slid right through the middle of them. They didn't touch him. He tripped over his own feet, which that's kind of this European thing because then you get a foul, right?
Yeah.
And then
Cooley
he
walks
literally
over to Mac and says, that was a Christmas gift. And
Right.
then he said some explicit that we won't say here. But then they both had a good – I mean, it was a very obvious missed call. So –
Yeah, but you know what? There was a few of those.
But there was a lot. There was a lot.
ways.
There was a lot. There was a lot.
There was some down at the other end that Mac was getting pretty upset about too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they would go down
Because
and
in
kind
that
of body us a
three,
couple times.
I mean, I could say that three was a little questionable that Graves got, but then they went down on the other end, and it was almost just a makeup. The guy was down in the paint, you know, so it was like, well, we'll just give you one.
Yeah, I was wondering, did Graves shoot that thinking he was going to get fouled? Because all of a sudden he just
he does that a lot.
He kind of like
that was deep.
He
though,
tries to draw.
They
Foul.
almost he does. It's the Trout thing almost in a way, and then it's either like a move of the arm, the foot.
He's a little smoother at it than Trout, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, small guy, you know, like it's less surfacer.
So stats. So they were 10 of 14 from fifth line. We were 9 of 11. Again, another nice night at the line. 81%. We have of the 9 guys. So we had this in trivia tonight over at the Hilton. Of the 9 guys that have played, you know, most of the. We have 4 guys that are over 80% shooting free throws.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's really solid.
That's really good.
That's keeping us in these games.
Yep.
Sure, we missed one at the end, but come on.
Which I thought was weird too. Why they didn't foul until
Georgetown, you mean?
Yeah, they waited way
because
too long.
but then to your point, it's like who do you foul?
Right.
And I don't know
But
if
you
that
gotta
was
foul
what they were
someone.
trying
You
to
can't
figure
just
out,
let
and
the
then you
time
foul
go
Dix
down.
anyways. And it
Here's
was
the
like,
other strange thing. So it's a 3-point game. Mac doesn't like to foul.
Right.
I
and
wish
I
they
get
would've
it.
fouled.
I kind of get it at this point because we
No.
couldn't get a rebound. You put a guy at the
but you're
line.
right.
We might not get the rebound.
or you
But
foul
then-
a guy shooting a three. That's always been his thing.
Right.
Because generally people can't time it, and then the
Yeah.
guy's shooting, and then
Anyway, they're racing down with the ball, and I thought they were going to get like an open court 3 where no unguarded.
Yeah.
And Cooley called a timeout. I'm like, whoa! I would
Yeah.
have kept that going, man.
yeah.
I would have taken my chances right there. They shot for the game. They shot 52.5%. Oh,
That's
my word.
That's
You can't. Although we shot 50 or 50. I'm sorry. They shot
they shot
57.
56. Yeah, 57.
We shot 52.5. So neither team could play defense apparently. We were 39 from 3. They were 43% from
Right.
3. They can't. There's games
Think
you
they said
watch
they
them.
were
They
like-
can't throw it in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So that always happens. But yeah, there we go.
So 2 back-to-back games where we've allowed almost 50% from 3. Is that
Yeah.
is that a flaw of the defense or is that bad luck? Because I feel
Can't
like
really
this-
say bad luck because I think we're playing to scouting report.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
be
I-
honest.
I
I'd
feel
lean
like-
toward the defense, and because
I feel like both
tonight our
games they
defense
had
wasn't
wide
good.
open threes.
But then it's just like we're playing scouting report, you know?
That's
like
fine,
if they've
yeah,
been
that's
shooting
fine.
poorly, right,
Yeah.
Tim? You know
That's
Mac does,
Like
right?
we left
So,
that big guy wide. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's wide open," but that dude can't
He's not
hit
gonna shoot it.
threes. Let him shoot.
And that
it.
was just kind of a thing tonight of like you beat us from out there, and they almost did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That happened to us in Baylor, you know.
Crazy
and
game.
It happens a lot.
Any more chats?
Just what a night for games because there was a couple good games, but that's about it.
I don't know. We didn't see him.
Yeah.
What games were you watching, people? Aren't you watching the
Nebraska beat Oregon by about 50.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Boy, I tell you what.
UConn. Oh, yeah. Seton Hall almost came back and beat UConn.
Yeah,
We were
the
watching
UConn
that game.
game was.
What do they say at Allen Fieldhouse?
Iowa State got killed, too,
He'd
by
something about
Kansas.
going in. You know what, people? Don't make them underdogs in their own building because they're going to come out and
that
they're
was-
going to whip somebody. And they whipped Iowa State tonight.
that was
Whoa,
very close.
that was impressive.
Were you tracking the Seton Hall UConn game at all?
Yeah, I was watching.
Seton Hall was up by like
Oh,
14 or down by 14
Yeah,
or 15.
UConn
and
was
then
up. They made a hell of a comeback.
Yeah, they
Hell
were
of a
down 2
comeback.
with, what, 30 seconds left?
Came back and covered the game by half point.
Well,
Just
that's
for
what matters.
people that care.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Wasn't aware.
Oh, yeah, 5.5. And they had that cut. There was probably people ready to cash in their
What was
tickets.
it
And then
tonight?
all of a sudden,
What was this game here?
game here was we were
We were
8.5
favored
to
9.5,
9.
yeah.
It was all over. But the under-over was 47.5, which most people thought was, like, heavy. But I was like, yeah, you know what? And it's just like one of those things. Like, I just had that feeling that they were going to hit shots. We were going to hit some shots. And the first 5 minutes of the game, it was a high pace. So, God, I think teams were over. The total was over 30.
I got to pause for a second there. There was a guy who just came with the back-to-back state champ shirt, Nebraska shirt here. Can I call this guy in here, Tim?
Who is it?
I don't know, man.
What back-to-back high school? Or?
Was that supposed to be a Husker shirt? Yeah.
Oh, that's like 94, 95.
Yeah,
That thing's probably got holes in it, man.
Yeah, no, it didn't. That was clean. This clown. Now I'm mad. I'm
Well,
not a
that
fan,
was like
Tim.
the gal up there screaming for Georgetown with the Nebraska
Yeah,
shirt
I'm
on.
not a fan, Tim. All right.
You're an anti-fan.
No,
I like
I'll
it.
come unglued.
I like it. Well, but you mean to tell me this guy went out and bought?
I don't know.
This guy went out and bought a new 94, 95?
That's why I needed to see it with a little more detail. There was a little glare there, so I'm like, was he
'Cause I'll
doing what
tell
I
you
thought he was doing?
I have my 97. I still have my 1987 Minnesota Twins World Series champion shirt.
Yeah. It's
And
got
once in a while, I will just put it on and go,
Yeah.
wow, this is like would fit a 4-year-old, like not me.
Time to close the yearbook, Tim.
so like if this dude is still wearing that shirt, man.
No, that's newly printed. He's probably running those on
Who does
campus.
that? Who
He's
goes
probably
and
running them
buys
on
a
campus.
new one that says, "Ooh, look at this, 94, 95."
Well, they're bringing it back. They got something good going. We'll give them whatever they got, but
Yeah, well, that's,
I don't want to see that again. Just to let that know if he's watching.
It's football though. It's a football
I
shirt. It's
don't
not
care.
a basketball shirt.
I don't care, Tim.
Are you saying we're going to see football
He's
jerseys?
trying to rile the nest.
We're going to be. Are you saying we're going to be watching the NCAA tournament? We're going to see Nebraska football jerseys in the crowd.
You might. After this, they might do it to you.
Here's my favorite story of that. Remember when Nebraska made the World Series, College World Series, way back when? Well, you weren't around. They made the College World Series. I was at the game. Guy's got an Eric Crouch jersey on. The guy hits a double in the gap. Honest to God, the guy goes, well, if that would have been Crouch, he'd have got to third. And I'm like, oh, wow. You can't make this up, man. Like, wow. Oh, boy. I still don't think that Nebraska thing's sustainable. I just don't.
Over under and wins this year.
Nebraska?
Yeah.
I'd like to look at their schedule. I don't know how, the Big Ten's kind of wonky.
I
You
mean,
don't
at
know who
this
they all
point,
play.
does it matter?
I
gosh.
think it's sustainable at this point, at least 2.
Does.
They're going to be a 2 seed.
I mean, right now, well, you can't say that though. You got BYU, Michigan State, Houston all
They already
battling for
beat
2 seed.
Michigan
You
State.
can't stamp that yet. That's not.
Okay.
I would say. Well, you got to throw in the tournament too, the
27
Big Ten
plus wins.
tournament. So I would say 25 certainly.
Okay. 6 more?
But well, no, what are they? 17 now? They're at
17 or 19? Oh.
I think it's 17.
They're going to go undefeated, then lose to a 16 seed in the tournament, first round.
Let me tell you something.
No.
Those 3-14 games are not always gimmies.
Huh?
Especially if you have a bad shooting night.
Yeah.
Got Husk.
That sounds like Al coming in. Let's go to Coach's Corner. And it's time to talk about our sponsors, Coach's Corner. And that is Care Matters Home Health Care. Their personal providers will take care of your loved one. They can help with grooming, dressing, meal preparation. All this and more gets you the much-needed break you deserve. So go to the website, caremindersnebraska.com, see all they have to offer, and then give them a call when you know exactly what you need at 402-932-2211. That's 402-932-2211. That's CareMinders Home Health Care. We are honored and privileged to have assistant head coach Al Huss with us. Coach, congratulations.
Thanks. Take
Go
it.
win.
Appreciate it.
Had it all the way, right?
Yeah, never a doubt.
Never doubt. We're talking about the flex offense, which is a subject back in the old Providence days when Ed was there. Man, they used to just grind you down with that thing with some of the personnel. What makes it so difficult?
Well, I mean, the way that the game has drifted again, I mean, I don't know. It's probably been 7 or 8 years ago that they made a real point of emphasis on freedom of movement. That died. We are back fully to full, almost as physical as it was when I played, it wasn't even recognizable basketball at that point, but it's getting back close to that. It's probably time for them to clean it up. And, they get some big bodies. Coach Cooley is a mismatch hunter. When he looks at his set actions, he's hunting mismatches, and the flex is a great way to do that. We're not a switching team, but sometimes those force you into making some emergency switches if you're physical enough, and if you're allowed to slide your hips and move kind of like they are on screens at this point. It's a challenge, and on top of it all, we're a team that's struggling a little bit right now, especially in certain lineups, to defensive rebound. And when you run that tight flex, and the tight flex, I mean, I think Coach Cooley worked for Al Skinner. Al Skinner, won with that tight flex. Everybody thought it was silly, and he won with that tight flex at Boston College, and nobody's even come close since him. It's effective. You get the right personnel, you keep it tight. It turns it into a scrum for, the defensive rebound. I think I haven't watched the defensive portions of the game just yet. I just finished the offense, but they put you in some really disadvantaged situations, and if you got a little bit of a physical mismatch on top of that, it's challenging to defend.
Now, you spoke about zone. In key parts of the game, you did go to zone. And I loved it because I thought maybe zone, and it although we kind of didn't rotate quick enough and gave up an easy shot.
Yeah, that particular play, they ran a step-up ball screen. I thought we did a good job. I thought we were going to put the fire out. Nick and Austin could have maybe just switched that, kept it out of the paint. Nick's guarding a great shooter. He decides to stay. A little bit of communication, probably could have put that fire out. Jason got hung up on the duck in. It's a work in progress, that zone, but hopefully it's something that we can get some miles out of later in the season.
There are some nights where you can draw everything up you want, and then you just give the ball to number one and let him go, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first time I saw Austin. It was my first time out in North Carolina. He went to Cannon School just about 35 miles south of High Point. And I called these guys and told them I just watched Marcus Foster play. And I still stand by it. The similarities in personality, the similarities in the way they kind of carry themselves, like there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, that's true.
And even Marcus was
not quite the size, though. Marcus seemed to me to be a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
bigger.
I mean, I think they're about Austin's a couple inches taller, and he's 207 or 8 pounds. I mean, he's probably Marcus can go home to Texas for Christmas and come back 230. That's the difference. Austin has a tendency to maybe drift that way too, though. They got bigger body types. Of course, we saw we saw Marcus after 2 years in the sit-out year here.
Yeah, right.
Austin's a couple years younger than where you saw Marcus, at least a year younger. So there's some similarities, though. Their ability that when everything doesn't work right, he can just go get a basket. I think that's the similarity. And then they're just both goofballs. That's the other similarity.
Yeah, I can see that. Foster a little more, yeah. I remember that technical in St. Thomas that time he got.
Both enjoyable to coach too. I'll put that out there. It's nice when you're trying to run offense and nothing works right, and if you have a bad possession, it finds a way to one of those guys and they just bail you out. Those are nice as an offensive coach.
Well, let's hope he does the same thing Marcus does in Madison Square Garden.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what a performance. Where does it rank? I mean, it's one thing. to throw all that together. I mean, he was 8 of 12 from 3. I mean, it's
pretty good.
and these were not like it wasn't a 20-point blowout. These were clutch moments in the game.
No, we had several times where we were dead in the water, which is disappointing because we didn't have our best stuff tonight. Jason's banged up right now and gotten foul trouble. Wasn't his best. IT didn't have it clicking tonight. Josh, we asked him to do so much on both ends of the floor. Mm-hmm. We had a whole number of guys that just didn't probably have their best stuff tonight. So it was good that we figured out a way, and that's what you got to do. In Big East Conference play, when you don't have your best stuff, Mac always says that a third of the time you're going to have your best stuff, you're probably going to win. Third of the time you're going to have your worst stuff, and you have to fight and claw and try to give yourself a chance. And then it's those middle games where you ultimately define your season. Where it can go either way, and somebody's got to come out victorious, and that's what we had tonight. So
this was a huge tipping point. I mean, you just couldn't afford to lose this one.
And I think you can probably say the same thing to Georgetown.
Yeah,
they're sitting at 1-5, and they've been in all 5 of their losses. They've been in the game in the second half with a chance to win. So it's that's high major basketball. That's Big East basketball. That's what we all signed up for.
Yeah. Kerem can give you a nice boost tonight off the bench.
Yeah, he's certainly capable. He got an opportunity tonight. He capitalized. He had a couple of miscues in the first half there and some pick and roll coverage, but aside from that, he gave us minutes. He pulls triggers offensively, and then he's a little bit more of a presence defensively, so a little bit better size, length, bounciness, and so it's nice having him play a little bit better and having an opportunity. And anytime you got a young guy like that, I mean, I know technically on paper he's a sophomore, but for all intents and purposes, right now he's a freshman playing his first stretch of college basketball, and in that moment to have some big plays and be in there when it matters, it's big for him. Hopefully he can continue to build on that and move forward.
For people that haven't seen much of him or don't, I see him working out in practice all the time. Explain to people, because I know you're heavily involved in recruiting, Kerem and Alexa, like the differences.
I mean, Alexa probably has a better basketball feel, maybe a little bit better feel for kind of body movement and player control and that sort of thing. Has those Serbians, like they just it's like breathing air. They teach them how to play at a really young age, and he knows all that stuff. Kerem didn't start playing basketball till he's 14. He's just a dynamic athlete. He doesn't always show it out there, but he's as athletic as any. Like I think you have to think kind of like Martin Krompel. Mm-hmm. He's a guy that's really long. He's really bouncy. He played at a really high level in Europe. He played in the Turkish Super League and in the Euro Cup. Played minutes on some really good teams, but never meaningful minutes. Never at the end of a big game. And so he's just learning. In addition to a whole new style of basketball, which we have in the NCAA, all the different rules and just the different things we expect from him. He was pretty funny. He's learning the language as well. We had the banquet last Friday, and they said, "What's the biggest adjustment?" He said, "I go to 4 hours of class, and by the time practice starts, I'm ready to take a nap." That's new for him. He's played for the last 2 years. He's for all intents and purposes, been in professional basketball. And so having to kind of recalibrate and get used to all the demands of college basketball is different for a young guy. And he's been fortunate the last little while. He's had his mom here. I think she's going home tomorrow. So it really gets real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Alexa working out at practice, and he's working out against Jeff last time.
Yeah.
Jeff Grizel. And for people that haven't seen, I mean, Jeff's still a very large human being. And can really body up and guard a guy. And I've been very impressed in those one-on-one workouts they have with Alexa's skill around the basket.
It's a good thing for all of us that we're not playing against Jeff, because Jeff is still better than all of them right now, especially on the offensive end. He's still a terrific offensive player, especially. But Alexa's he's made huge improvements. The red shirt's been great for him. He was having a hard time early on, showed up not in great shape after a long summer. The national team stuff, he had an injury before that, didn't play well in the national team, got over here. It was a lot for him early on. Just kind of the same requirements and standards that we have were hard for him early. I think he's had a great last month. I've been really impressed with his work ethic, really impressed with the way he's competed in practice, and he's having some moments where he's the best of the group. And ultimately when Jason's healthy, it's good for everyone to have healthy competition.
Mac was saying after St. John's, three games in 6 days. Well, this is 4 and 8, and now you got 5 and 12, and you got to go across the country.
Yeah, the schedule. We'll get a little bit of a break here later on, but you look at it right now and go, what are we, 5-2 in the league? 5-2 in the league, and we're basically a third of the way done. We're going to have. It's always a challenge when you have that last bye, because it just feels like the byes are never going to come. But we have that, and so we've got to keep chipping away. We've got to try to manage some of these guys' minutes and practice time, and it's a challenge when you have a young team playing so many games. Karam's probably super excited about it because those guys, you think about these guys that come playing professional basketball. They're out there with dudes in sweatpants, pros, 34-year-olds, 33-year-olds that know what they're doing. They're practicing in sweatpants and hoodies, and they're not used to having 60 practices before you play a meaningful game. They have 15, and then they're ready to rock. And so it's such a different deal for them to, have to practice every day, bring it every day, for both those guys. But yeah, we just gotta manage their minutes and practice times. And when you have a young team, trying to continue to get better is always that's a sliding scale. You're trying to manage minutes, you're trying to manage load, you're trying to make sure that these guys are ready the next time the bright lights are on. Now we've got a hungry Providence team, I think lost again tonight, that's really talented, and they're going to be a challenge. They're going to be hooked up and ready to go, and kind of like Georgetown was. They're way more talented than what their record suggests. They're a better team than what their record suggests. We're going to go in there and play another hungry team. So we got to try to figure out some way to get these guys to rest, to get back, to get a game plan installed, and still just continue to get better, because we're not good enough right now, and I think we all understand that.
And then after that, though, then you do get a little break because you have a Wednesday game and then another game till Tuesday. So
I haven't even looked. How about that?
That'll be where we hear Mac have hey, it's time to work on ourselves.
Yes, we need a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
We with all due respect to the game plans and everything else, when you got a young group, when you've got Kalkbrenner and Ashworth and Jemiah Neal and some really high character, high IQ guys like we had here last year, these little segments don't get those guys the same way. They're used to it. They've been through it. It doesn't knock them on their heels quite like it does with these guys. And you forget that they're just young players. Austin Swartz is, for all intents and purposes, a freshman.
Yeah.
That year he played last year with Coach Larinaga retiring before the season. That's not a real freshman year. He hasn't played meaningful minutes. Karam hasn't played meaningful minutes. Even guys like IT, he hasn't been in that role, in a prominent role. Nick's made a jump in level. Blake's made a jump in level. So you just look up and down a roster. You look at Josh Dix, and there's a reason why he's. Now I know everybody wants him to shoot the ball a little better. He is. He again tonight. We put him on KJ Lewis, I'm sorry, who, he holds him to 6 or 7 points, I think, till late in the game. Mm-hmm. And then we flipped him at the under 8 media timeout, and he just locks up Malik Mack down the stretch. This dude is on a defensive player of the year type pace on that end of the ball. And then on top of it, by the way, we need you to play offense. Luckily, Austin had his back today. But there's a lot of nights where, he's got to go get it for us on that end as well. So you can tell he's been through a few battles, and he's been through a Big Ten schedule, and the difference is astounding just in approach and ability to bounce back for those guys that have been through it.
Yeah, it's amazing what he's doing, and he's got everything off the court too. So it's amazing. Heck, I'm not bitching about the way he's playing 6 of 12. Plus, given that defensive effort he's given,
Josh is as good a shooter as I've been around, and I think he's in the low 30s right now. Mm-hmm. He's absolutely an above 40. Water, I always said Water always comes back to level with this shooting deal. It seems like we played a lot of games, but we played 18 games. I'm guessing by the time we get to 31 or 32, he's going to be hovering right back in that 40 range, because he's just too elite of a jump shooter to continue to miss some shots that he's made earlier in his career. And he's a process guy. He works at it every day and has the right approach. So it's going to come back to level.
Yeah, that's what Trout told us after he went 0 for 9. It's going to come back.
Yeah, those two guys, they're they're elite shooters. They're like the they're like the Jays of past. They can really shoot the basketball, both of them.
All right, Coach. We'll let you go. You got, again, quick turnaround. Got to head out in 2 days to Providence and take on Friars in a lovely place to go play.
Yeah, it looks like, but hopefully maybe some of the people will be scared off by the fact they lost again tonight. But the beautiful thing is I got a birthday coming up on Friday, or on Thursday or Friday, one of those days. I get to have, I don't even know what day it is. It's the 15th, whatever day that is.
Well, yeah, I think it's Thursday. Well, happy birthday.
Thursday.
But we
Happy
get to go
early
to
birthday.
Casarino's. That's my favorite place we eat on the road. So that's a
Oh,
hell of
there
a
you
birthday
go.
present for
All
me.
right,
I'm
well,
excited.
great. All right, well, happy birthday.
Thanks
Have a
much.
safe trip. Let's go get another one.
All right.
Let's keep it rolling. That's El Huss, and that's sponsored by CareMinders Home Health Care. When you're in need of care for your injured or ill loved one, make sure and reach out to CareMinders. They will give you everything you need. Go to their website, caremindersnebraska.com, see all they have to offer. And then give a call, 402-932-2211. That's 402-932-2211. Okay, AJ, let's wrap up the chats.
Oh, buddy.
This is a pretty good one. Will Dana make his team ride a bus home from Lincoln today?
Well, they probably got to stay out here, don't they? Don't they go on these trips where they
They got to go to Lansky's.
come out here, then they'll go to like Iowa or somewhere? So
They're going to Lansky's. I'm sure of it.
That's about all we have for comments.
The Wilbur Czech Festival probably is where they'll
all
go.
right.
That's about all we have.
Okay, so who wins the prize? Who is the best chatter tonight? AJ,
Don't put me
come
on the spot.
Oh yeah, no, we're putting you
Awesome
on the
pick.
spot.
I mean, that last comment was pretty good, but
Yeah.
I feel like
Who
it's
was that
more,
from?
more of an inside joke.
Pete
but-
Berkland.
All right, Pete, you won yourself an autographed Creighton T-shirt autographed by none other than Jackson McAndrew,
Bluejay Babe's kind of getting snubbed. Been
future
on every video.
future first team All Big East player, Jackson McAndrew.
Dude.
Well, you made the call. We're going with he liked it, so we're going with
I mean,
that.
you could have easily said Bluejay Babe, so now I believe you have something to do with it.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
It's me.
Yeah, whatever.
My alter ego.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny part. Talk about team player. So I'll put out these things on Twitter like, "Hey, retweet this, and you got a chance to win." First guy to retweet's him. I'm like, "You ain't winning it, dude."
Yeah, but I'm trying to get it out to my followers too.
Yeah,
This is how social
none of your
media
followers are
works.
getting it.
He's
They're
throwing it
not
to another
retweeting
algorithm.
it. He's only got one follower. What's it gonna do?
It's Bluejay Babe.
Just knifing cats today, dude. Knifing cats today.
All right, it's getting late. We're gonna
Team's
get the
throwing
hell out of
stones.
here. Hey, really thank everybody that stayed up and watched with us, and for all you people that are blurry-eyed tomorrow morning and are listening to us right now, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. It helps us out a ton. We'll be back with you for one of our remote programs on Friday night. And I think is that a 5? That's a 5:30, so that's early. So
Yeah, I
we'll
already
do-
got the email.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll send it to you Friday at 6:45, Austin.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
just
fine.
wait till
I'm fine.
10 minutes after the game's over. Hey, I don't got anything
I don't have the
here.
email here.
I don't got anything here. Anyway, we'll join us in, and don't forget about Bluejay Banter today. We'll have a show tomorrow and on Thursday, and then Friday we'll have the game preview for Providence. So check it all out. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We'll see you then.